Hello, sunshine. Hello, sunshine. This is E.B. Smith from Iconoclast Germain. The place to retrain your mind, body, spirit, and brain. It's time to train sexy motherfuckers. I was going to do a video. I'm taking a break from some of my research. And during my break, I was going to make a video about step 3. We're going to do step 2 instead. And step 2 is, and I'm going to tell you why it's so motherfucking important. We're here in beautiful Scottsville, Kentucky. This is I can't say too well. It's just a little alley at night, though. It's lit up like a piece of Memphis or Beale Street, or if you've ever been that way, or certain other places. Anyway, excuse me. I got pepper in my mouth too. Fuck it. An acquaintance of mine and a new viewer was having problems being emotionally reactive to certain types. Now, I'm going to link a video down below. And maybe later. And that was, I wish I could see this. And maybe make another video later. I don't know. Okay, and we're going to go through step 2. And the reason why I have it after step 1, because actually you want to do most of these. You want to do most of these steps at the same time. If you're starting out, however, you want to start with those boundaries. Let's walk up. See what's going on in Scottsville tonight. Alright. While you work on your boundaries, you're going to deal with a lot of toxic types, a lot of people that are going to want to press your fucking buttons. And because not just you, many of us have been raised this way, you will just react in a certain emotional way. You'll just act out. And one of the reasons why they do this is so that they can say that you're the fucking crazy one, that you're the fucking shit bastard that's been eating the babies, raping the women, and burning down the goddamn village. Let's work on fixing that. Step 2, emotional processing and emotional literacy. They're not the same thing. I put them together because, and maybe emotional literacy should come first. But your emotional processing is much more important. Because when these people start to push buttons or act in ways that will, and I don't like the word trigger, but we're going to use the word trigger you, if you don't learn to work with these things, they have the power, they have the control. They have the power, they have the control. But when you work with emotional processing in the moment, and what is emotional processing? when you process the emotion instead of acting upon it, which is an emotional reaction, not an emotional response. When you're processing, and usually it'll take about sometimes 80 seconds. The better you get with it, the faster you'll be. Sometimes the buttons that they push will bring up like 4 or 5 different emotional responses. Like anger, sadness, depression, I don't know, guilt, shame, whatever. And emotional processing is different from emotional literacy in that I hope you guys can hear me alright. I hope this comes out good. Let's see if I'm turning that up, maybe. Oh no, we'll see. Fuck it. The message is more important than the vehicle. Comment that down below. My message, I'm talking about you, sunshine. Your message, your life's message, your life's expression is much more important than the vehicle. Anyway, when we emotionally process, what we do is cross the road, maybe. We'll walk up here, there's some light up here. Okay. You're not labeling emotions that you feel as anything. Not as good, as bad, not as right or wrong. You're going to breathe through it. You definitely are not going to hold on to it or push it away. Some people in the community will call it sitting with the feeling. Some people in the community will call it feel it to heal it. You're simply going to let that emotion and that feeling do its thing. You're not going to talk about it with anyone at that moment. You're going to talk to yourself about it. Unless maybe to ask it, what is it teaching you? And it will not teach you in words. But you're just going to let it go through your body. Let it do its thing. You're going to breathe deep. We're going to watch crossing the goddamn road. Alright. You're going to breathe deep. You're going to let it go through your body. Or let it be whatever the fuck it's going to be. And if you keep doing that over and over, what it tends to do is it tends to dissolve. The more times that you deal with situations such as those that you're reacting to at that moment, and you use the technique, the easier it gets. Good evening. The sky, I think. I think it's a safe bet. Hi, puppy. When it dissolves, and you are non-reactive to those toxic types of people, those button-pushing people, or the narcissistic types of people, or the emotionally manipulated people. When you do these things, you will see naturally that your emotional triggers And you do this with memories. You can do this with people on the spot. But it will tend to in the toxic types. Why do I keep mentioning that? Well, a lot of times we can't get away from a lot of those toxic types of motherfuckers. And so we have to limit the damage that they do to our lives. And part of that damage that they do is to cause us to act out, become destructive, reach for that fucking Twinkie, reach for the fucking heroin or the fucking beer. I don't know what it might be for you. Maybe violence. Maybe, I don't know. But that is what emotional processing is. And I just thought I'd do that video tonight for my acquaintance. And if you're watching, I remember what you said today. Stop abusing my fucking videos like that. I know I'm fucking pretty, but stop abusing my fucking videos for that. And use the tools. Use the tools. Because in the end, okay, goddamn, it's fucking dark up in here. Oh, we're gonna walk through it. That's all there is to do it, just walk through it. Use these videos to improve your life. If you're not, then why? If you're not, then why? It doesn't matter if you're codependent. It doesn't matter if you are a victim. I don't like that word because you need to get rid of that shit. As long as you feel like everyone else is doing this shit to you, then you have no fucking power. But it's also a fucking excuse. How do I know? Been there, fucking done that. With the violence and with fucking all kinds of other stupid ass shit. Once you claim, you radically claim the shit, you say, okay, I was in their proximity, and I allowed this shit one way or the other. I'm taking it upon my fucking self. And then you, excuse me, okay. Then you start limiting your exposure. You start limiting your exposure to these people because you begin to understand that it's a cycle, it's a script, it's a repeating, I didn't want to say film, but it becomes such a set pattern that they say something, they push a button, you emotionally react, you say something back, and it happens the same way over and over and over again. And we're going to talk about that in step 3. Okay, let's talk about what? We're coming to the light. Let's talk about what step 3 is. Emotional literacy. Okay, it's different. Let me set my damn bag down. Hang on a second, y'all. Okay. Emotional literacy. A lot of times it helps us to describe what we're feeling, and a lot of times, if we can't describe what we're feeling, we can't fix shit. We can't fix shit. If I were to come up here and say, I get this thing is fucking broken. What kind of thing is it? I don't fucking know it's a thing. It's fucking broken. Can you help me fix it? what's it doing? It's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, but it's doing stuff. What kind of stuff? I can't describe it. So it's the same thing with emotions. With emotions, um, a lot of us just, we were given what, sad, glad, mad, blah, some kind of shit. But not many. And what emotional literacy does, and I'm gonna pump Richard Grandin's stuff again. Spartan Life Coach. He has the best emotional literacy shit out there. And it's free. All you gotta do is sign up. You get a free ebook. You sign up for his email or whatever. And the good thing about the ebook is, in some ways, I mean, in that way, Richard is a lot like me. It's like, okay, I'm gonna show you what there is, and this shit works. And once it works, yeah, well, if you want something else, then you come and get something else from me. But the emotional literacy and the emotional flashbacks, and you could call that reducing emotional triggers. I mean, it all works about the same, pretty much the same. I don't know why I've been on this kick to do the same fucking accent of it. I've been stuck on the motherfucker, I don't know. Anyway, emotional literacy. So whenever you start out, you don't know how to describe certain fucking things. So what you want to do, and you can Google, if you don't want to get Richard stuff, you don't have an excuse. You can Google list of feeling words PDF, and what you do is you take it and you'll take those list of feeling words. You'll go to an online dictionary. I'll get that shit right in a minute. Dictionary. You will define what those feelings are. And once you define what those feelings are, set an alarm or a timer on your mobile device. If you don't, just keep tabs on time. Around about either, when you first start out, I would do it about every 20 or 30 minutes. If you can't do that, do it about once an hour. And then you just ask yourself, how do you feel? How do you fucking feel? Go down through those emotion and feeling words and say, okay, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. That's emotional literacy. And you can work on triggers in a different way. We might do a video some way about that. But this is why I put it as number 2. Number 1, you really want to fucking limit, or even just fucking get rid of being around a lot of people that are just toxic as fuck and just trigger the fuck out of you, just make you go batshit, make your fucking cheese slide off the fucking cracker. Sorry about that. And you want to get to a point where you're non-reactive. That way, you regain your personal power. That way, you are not the victim. You don't go to jail. You don't escalate this shit into violence. You don't do anything like that. Yeah, this lighting sucks. But you get your power back. And once you get your power back, it's an amazing fucking thing. You tend to know, you tend to grow, you tend to show. You tend to show your fucking presence becomes, in some ways, fucking ungoddamn real. Okay, so that's to my acquaintance and to my viewer. I know, you little shit, I'm not gonna fucking mention you. I'm gonna get this posted. It's been about 19 minutes. I hope to get this up by tomorrow. And Then we're going to go into step 3, or, and I want you all to think about this. Think about what kind of direction you want to take in your life. It doesn't matter if you want to be a homemaker or if you want to be a positive risk taker, if you want to be an adventurer, whatever, a yoga instructor, I don't fucking know. Hopefully not a drug dealer, but just something positive. Figure out what direction you want to take, and I'm going to put out a video before too long, I think, on how to develop your leadership or to be a leader in about 7 or 8 steps. Sounding possible? I don't fucking think so. Alright. As always, if Jesus doesn't love you, if Buddha won't have you, if Allah said, I'm done with all that, I love you. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you later, you sexy motherfuckers.